Welcome to South Harmon.
What's up, everybody? Wednesday night AMA. As you can see, your boy's in the host chair. I got Fizz and his dog. What up, Fizz filling in for Adam. Adams, he was traveling for Thanksgiving. It is Turkey Day tomorrow, so this is Thanksgiving Eve. Fizz, is that a thing? Can we call it Thanksgiving Eve? All I know is one of the biggest drunk holidays for white people in the entire country. That's 1,000% true. There's beer pong tournaments literally everywhere going down right now as we speak.
Well, I don't know if it's a thing, but I know this is definitely a time where people don't have to work in the morning, so they just do all they got to do, man. Get drunk, have fun, cook all night, have your family, get prepared, get ready for the mayhem that's coming over tomorrow, man. So for those that don't work, have fun, because my ass got to work tomorrow, man, unfortunately. Good thing is, Mike, no traffic, baby. So we good to go in the morning.
No traffic is a plus. I got to ask you then. You only get to pick one. What's your Thanksgiving Day staple for food? Like, what are you going with? You only get one.
I talked about this week, man. You know what's so crazy, Mike? I'm not really the big, I got to have a big plate full of food guy, bro. Give me some tacos. Give me some nuggets. I don't give a damn. I just want to eat some food. You feel me? Give me some football, baby. That's what I like. But if I got to pick one thing, Mike, I'm going to tell you, it's the mac and cheese or some, maybe grandma's greens or something, man. But I ain't really the biggest, you know, Thanksgiving is coming. I'm about to eat all this. I don't know, man. I'm just a regular guy on Thanksgiving, man.
I gotta go with the stuffing, right? I still
Mike,
ain't got
you're the third person this week on this network that says stuffing, bro. EV, T-Rock, now you, baby. Stuffing. Make stuffings, man.
You know how our white boys are with our carbs, man. We need them. We run off them. We need them carbs. And listen, your mom still owes me a stuffing recipe. Sausage stuffing. She told me she was going to get it to me a year ago. I'm still waiting. Another Thanksgiving without what's going on here. Biz.
Well, blame her because I'm hosting tomorrow, because it wasn't supposed to damn happen. So I tell you that. So she can get on this stream tomorrow. If you would join your damn computer, she'll be on here.
Tell her box up the leftovers, send it over.
Yeah. I'm telling you that.
Mike said he wants them. Box them up, send them over. Let's go. I'll finish them. Don't worry. No, sure. Fizz, tonight we're going to talk a little bit about the 2026 class. Of course, we're pushing towards the fantasy playoffs, but we got to keep it real for a lot of people, whether you're in a portfolio, whether you're in just a handful of leagues. Some of our dynasty teams took in absolute this year, or maybe we started rebuilding from the get-go, so we really haven't had shit to play for. But we need to give the people a little bit of hope, a little bit of insight on what's coming in 2026. Can this save your team? Can this help turn this thing around? We need some hopium in our lives because, you know, for every person that's fighting for a playoff berth or looking for that 1 or 2 seed and thinking, hey, I'm finishing in the money, there's probably at least 10 of them going, my shit's cooked. My shit's cooked. So that's what we're going to look at. But first, let me get the sponsorships out of the way. First off, patreon.com/South Harmon. Come be a part of the shithead community. You want to post your trades, you need trade advice, you want to talk shit about your league mates, or if you just want to shit post like a lot of us do, especially in the Savage tier, make sure you hop in there. Signed shit, all this good stuff behind me, boom, signed shit. Don't forget to put the dot before IT. And then, of course, certified shit, you need those jerseys, you need that gear, go check that out. But that's quick, Fizz. Now let's talk about it. The 2026 rookie class on the thumbnail. We got Jordyn Tyson and Jeremiah Love, not to be misconstrued with Jordan Love. I know you and I.
I know, bro. I keep saying Jordan Love for whatever reason, brother. But we in Jeremiah Love. That's right, baby. That's right.
Jeremiah Love. Now, how much of these two guys have you got to see this year in 2026? I know we got the NFL season. You're a busy man. It feels like every day of the week you're doing a show on this network. Make sure you go check out South Harmon Vibes. Fizz is the mainstay of that one. No, not besmirching the good name of T-Rock, but it's Fizz's channel for all intents and purposes. He's the man. How much of these guys have you got to watch on Saturdays? How many highlights have you seen? And you got any quick takeaways about either Jeremiah Love, damn it, I almost did it again, and Jordyn Tyson? See, that's the problem. I put both of them on there. We got Jordyn Tyson and Jeremiah Love. It's easy for me to mix them up.
Yeah. Well, I just say this, man, when it comes to what we see on the field and then what we see in our draft next year, I'm not sure which one is the more important player in our drafts. Who will we take first, right? Is it landing spot or is it you go with your guy position, right? Because we know Love is the clear 101, man, at his spot. And this guy right here, Jordyn Tyson, man. I'm not sure how much you love these Arizona State guys. I know they kind of remind you a little bit of those Iowa State guys, but you're definitely a scatterbo hater and all that. I get it, but I'm just saying, man, this dude right here, man, is definitely has been dominant all year long. Fall Saturdays go, Mike, man, I've been so busy. I come into Discord. I actually trust y'all, man. I listen to y'all. I get it from y'all. My Saturdays be so booked up. I even tried to pull you out to have a show on Saturday. You was like, no, brother, it's college day. So I said, all right, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you, baby. But I just think when you're looking at the two, I think the running back will be the one because, you know, we have this thing with the running backs and receivers every year. Which class is better? Which class is more deeper? Lately, man, these running backs have really been taking us on a roller coaster, baby. So Love being just as good as he's been all year and just being that number one staple at that position, I think some people might chance that and just say, you know what, I could find another receiver later, but Love is a guy I can't skip on. So I'm gonna roll with Love as being the top guy right now in his class if we're drafting today as far as skill players go.
It kind of feels like we're getting a lot of similarities to kind of how the 2025 class shook out, other than listen, 2025, we talked about the running backs and how deep we are, and you know, there's good running backs up and down this draft. It doesn't feel like we have a whole lot of good running backs. I'm sticking to the first round here and how that kind of played out. Quarterbacks are a little bit underwhelming. We'll talk about some of those guys. Wide receivers are pretty good. I mean, we had one really good prospect after draft capital was all said and done in Ted McMillan. Kind of feels like Jordyn Tyson is going to be our Ted McMillan, but Jeremiah Love here might be our Ashton Genty, right? So we might have back-to-back years of RBs being the 101 and not even relatively close. This is not to besmirch Jordyn Tyson either. So I think
for sure.
He's a hell of a player. I listen, last year, kind of going through college football, I didn't get a whole lot of Arizona State watch time other than when we got to the playoffs, right? And the whole time was just talking about Cam Scatterbo back then, right? During their playoff run and leading up to it. But when we dove into the film in the offseason, really to look at Cam Scatterbo and see what we thought of him when we did it in the Discord, patreon.com/South Harmon, there's two players that stood out on that Arizona State offense and wowed me. One was the quarterback, Sam Levitt. We'll see whether or not he declares for the draft. It's kind of sounding like he's going to go back or maybe transfer schools. But Jordyn Tyson, wow, did he stand out when we were watching film, man? And I fell in love from the get-go. And this guy kicked off the season on a high note, and I don't think he's ever really quit. Like, he just has propelled his name up there. I'm him. I'm number one. All right. When we want to talk about who's won in this class for wide receiver, I'm him. He's going to make one hell of a case.
Highlight reel for sure, Mike. Highlight reel for sure, man. And look, you out here breaking the holograms. While you doing this, I got my tabs open behind you, so I'm flipping back and forth. But I pop up, you got a different one up on the screen. But highlight reel for sure, man. That dude out there, Tyson, man. Again, I don't follow Arizona State much. I haven't really watched a lot of their games, but I definitely know what you in the quarterback. I'm not sure if he's going to stay. Not sure if he's going to come out, transfer schools. Unfortunately, we don't know what happens with these quarterbacks these days, man. Players in general, they switch teams every damn year. They leave out, they come back. But this dude right here, I don't really think it matters because he's going to be gone regardless. So I don't know, Mike. I'm looking at the draft order right now, man. I'm letting you break down the players, but I'm looking at this draft order trying to see where these guys will fit in, man, with this draft. I know we're going to get to that at some point, but you're on mute, bro. You're on mute.
Ooh, I was going to say, I'm glad you brought that up, buddy. I really am. So you and I, we've got a big affinity. We got a soft spot in our heart for one, Thor Nystrom. We've done some shows with him and interacted with him. Thor's a dope-ass dude. Congratulations, too, on his brand new job. Pretty much all things Vikings.
Yeah. He's a Minnesotan for life now, right? I hit him up the other day and told him.
Hey, right before he left Matthew Berry's fantasy life, he posted his mock draft. So this is less than a week old. So boom, let's go through it. Let's go through it. You want to talk about draft order? Now, again, we got 1 week, so we had some changes or some minor ones go through. I'll get this man off the screen here and get the boys back up. Let's go. But, all right, so let's start it off. With the first overall pick, Tennessee Titans take Ruben Bain. All right, edge rusher. Ruben Bain's a stud. Arvell Reese to the Giants at 2. Here's where it kind of got interesting, right? So we'll just start from the draft and we'll kind of talk about it real quick, and then we'll hit that big intro, that fizz intro, and get to everybody's questions, acknowledge all the people here. But at 3, Dante Moore to the Cleveland Browns. quarterback. What do you do? So we're kicking it off right because you're the big Shedeur guy. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen, Fizz, but let's just let's assume that Shedeur goes through some struggles and they figure out that he's not what we want, right? They didn't want to play him for most of the year until they actually had to, and now it feels like they can't go back. So it's his show for the rest of the season. But Dante Moore, quarterback. I don't know if you got to see any Dante Moore. That was a guy in the C2C circles. We're talking a couple years ago when he started out at UCLA. That kind of broke on the scene as a freshman. Had a pretty decent year. Then transferred to Oregon. Sat behind Bo Nix, sat behind Dylan Gabriel, and then this year is getting his chance and played really well. I mean, that's a guy who's got that prototypical size at quarterback. He looks like he's got all the tools and the skill sets that you want, but we only got really 2 years of starting experience, which, sometimes that works out, but most of the times we think like, man, Mitch Trubisky didn't work out, right? Like any of these quarterbacks that don't have a whole lot of starting experience. So there's the first surprise, right? Cleveland Browns taking a quarterback at 3 overall. What do you think about that one? Put you on mute, buddy. We rough out here.
I'm over here flipping back and forth between my tabs. Thinking of another Oregon quarterback, man, Bo Nix. Remember we slept on him, man. I mean, granted, he's not having the best year this year. Kind of that rookie, that second year, slump, whatever you want to call it. But I just say this, man. One thing we know about Oregon, they run a fast-paced offense. Shout out my boy Jake, man, in the chat, man. Shout out to chat too, though, man. We ain't shout out to chat yet. Well, I'm so used to doing that. I forgot AMA. Go through that. I got you, baby. My bad. But just looking up on him and reading up a little bit about him, man. One, Mike, I'm gonna ask you because thinking about where he's coming at, and Thor has him going to the Cleveland Browns of all places, right? Mm-hmm. Just thinking about the Cleveland Browns, and I'm gonna get outside of him for once. Do you think any quarterback going to the Cleveland Browns is really going to make any sense? No. Would it make any impact of what's going to happen, right? And I really hate that to feel that feeling for a young rookie coming in with 2 first-round picks, mind you, that they had this year, a Shedeur Sanders, a Deshaun Watson, all of these Dylan Gabriels, all these quarterbacks on this team. You're going to have another 5 QB room. What does it look like, man, if you drafted Dante Moore with this Cleveland Browns team? Because as much as I want to look at Dante Brown, the quarterback, what is the situation he's walking into, right? I mean, if it's the Cleveland Browns, if that's who Thor really believes that this team is going to take, I don't want them to take any quarterback is what I'm trying to say, because Shedeur Sanders is enough. Even if he doesn't succeed, Mike, I still don't think them drafting a quarterback this early is going to make any big difference for this franchise, bro. I think they need to look elsewhere. And just kind of build around, do the right thing and build around a guy and then draft your guy. They just haven't done that yet, man. So I don't think anybody draft at quarterback is going to help this franchise whatsoever this year, Mike.
Well, you look at their history too, since they've been back in the league after they left for Baltimore, and then
should have stayed out.
Should have stayed out.
Go back in the damn doghouse, brother.
You look at their history, man, and it just feels like they've been doing a lot of Flex Seal. Right? Like they just keep slapping that on, hoping this is the one that's going to fix it without ever really building or committing to a guy. And, you're going to go through struggles with rookie quarterbacks. You mentioned Bo Nix had a phenomenal rookie year. That wasn't a guy that we thought a lot of, but he had a phenomenal rookie year. And then you see in the sophomore year, he's got a little bit of a slump and a struggle. What the Cleveland Browns have done is, if they do get a quarterback, a rookie quarterback, they will give him a shot in their rookie year. And then when they start to go through their struggles, it's like, oh, we don't have one again. Here we go again. And it just feels like they're in this perpetual cycle of just keeping this train going, which is horrible. So when you hear Cleveland Browns drafting a quarterback at the top, you automatically should be shitting your pants. And it's not the most sexy spot. The uniforms aren't sexy. They don't look good. There's nothing about that organization that gets you super excited other than, hey, Quinshon Judkins is playing well and Myles Garrett's going to break the sack record. That's about it. I'm going to assume, and I'm going to live in Thor's world here, that if Dante Moore and the Cleveland Browns, because I don't really think this is a team, in my opinion, if I had any say in how I'm doing or running the Browns, I wouldn't be looking at a quarterback right away next year. Exactly. I'd be seeing whatever the hell I have in between Deshaun Watson and Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders and seeing if I can piece together something. Kind of like you said, I'm going to put pieces around
Gotcha.
whatever quarterback when I do want to pull the trigger so they can succeed the best way possible. So I think I'd run this shit back one more year. see if I can find a hidden gem or see if I can get some good progression out of one of the guys on the roster, or maybe Deshaun Watson learns how to play football again, whatever it is. But I'm going to put ancillary pieces around it, because if we're bad and we suck again next year, we're picking real early in 2027. It looks like a better quarterback class. It looks like better quarterback prospects. And then I already kind of got some pieces around it to make sure that young man succeeds. So,
yeah.
But if
and not only that, bro, just the lack of starts that he's had, right? It ain't like he's been playing for like a Bo Nix, played five seasons, and the Jaden Daniels. These guys who, like I said last year, we've seen the older that they are, the 25-year-old quarterbacks and the 5-year experience, those guys seem to succeed right away. And with the lack of starts that he's already had, man, I mean, is he really going to be the one that you need to start this franchise and run it? I don't really think that make any sense, man. But I'm not saying they won't do it either. Is what Thor might be right. They might do it, but it won't make sense for them to do it though.
I think what makes sense when you see him put him at 3 to the Cleveland Browns of all places is that they absolutely fall in love with Dante Moore's talent, right? I think this is speaking more to not Cleveland being a terrible organization, but more to, wow, Dante Moore goes through, makes a deep college football playoff run, maybe wins a national title or whatever it is, and just kills the offseason process, right? Through the combine and the interviews, and everybody falls in love with him, and they go, all right, like he's too good for us to say no to. Like when we get something like that. So Dante Moore being there, another similar situation right after Thor put Ty Simpson from Alabama, the quarterback, going to the Saints again. Almost a similar situation to Cleveland. They have a couple young quarterbacks on the roster. We're not crazy about them, but it's, again, like you guys have been trying to put Flex Seal on this for a while. Maybe build around these guys and try to build your roster back up and then see what you have. But kind of the same thing. Seeing Ty Simpson at 4, there's no slight against Ty Simpson. I think he's played phenomenally well, especially with the way the season started. Man, Alabama fans were calling for his head, and college football fans everywhere were clowning the shit out of Bama. And now to put him right back into contention with the way Ty Simpson's got this offense humming, it's like, okay. Again, my concerns would be slight frame and the fact that this is a 1-year guy, right? We haven't seen multiple years of. There we go. We haven't seen multiple years of Ty Simpson. We've only got this year, but again, assuming he kills the process and NFL teams fall in love with him, I would assume is the thinking behind Thor putting him at 4. And listen, he kept the train up because right at 5, he went with another franchise that is in the same boat. The New York Jets taking Fernando Mendoza. And I think you get to call him Heisman Mendoza at this point because it feels like he's almost a lock at this point to win the Heisman. So I think with all 3 quarterbacks that Thor put here in the first round, we're talking about the very similar situations. These teams must fall in love with them, and they must say, hey, if we ain't got a quarterback on the roster, what are we hurting ourselves going and trying to get one, right? And I think with all these guys, at least how they've played this year, if I'm assuming all 3 of them come out and check all the boxes, Fizz, who am I to argue with NFL quarterbacks, evaluators? They do miss. They do miss. We see them miss all the time, but shit, I miss too. Man, I was the biggest J.J. McCarthy fan, and that shit ain't working out so well for me, Biggest A-Rich.
You ain't by yourself, brother. You ain't by yourself. Well, I say this,
living
Mike,
off of the Jaden Daniels prediction.
I think with this QB class, what we're seeing and this conversation that we're having is pretty much it's going to come through, like you said, the playoff run. Maybe somebody went to championship. Maybe they'll boost their stock a little bit more. But at the end of the day, the combine is really going to be key. I think those whispers that we hear about who's going to be what and who had the better meeting and the accuracy and the drills that we see outside of the combine or the pro days, I think this is one of those classes where that's going to matter the most versus what they put on film on the field during the season.
I got you. I'm not saying the quarterback class is anything great. As it stands right now, I'm the biggest QB guy, but kind of the way things have played out this year with quarterback warp and what they've actually meant to your dynasty teams, and now we've had 2 years of bad, really actually bad for the most part, super flex quarterback play as far as really helping you propel to a championship. I'm probably cooling quite a bit, and it's not the sexiest quarterback class, but again, first-round quarterbacks are going to matter. So if we had 3 dudes, especially 3 dudes that go in the top 5, listen, I'm going to draft them in my rookie drafts. It's just the point is let's have the actual conversation. If this were to happen and we had these quarterbacks here, now we're going to get to the good meat and potatoes, the dudes on the thumbnail, and these guys go at the positions they go in the first round. Who we taking number 1? Who we taking number 2? And I'm telling you, in the past, I would have told you quarterbacks over everything, man. I tried to tell you Cam Ward over Ashton Genty this year, and I look like an asshole. So we're shifting a little bit. I need a pretty big shift back the other way for me to not look like a dickhead, but here we are. So I'll get to the first one. Jordyn Tyson. Thor's got him going 11 to the Miami Dolphins. You know, Tyreek Hill, busted leg, done. An old Jordyn Tyson on the Dolphins. And then here we go, Jeremiah Love, to make things super fucking interesting, a first-round drafted running back with the pedigree he has at 13 to the Dallas fucking Cowboys, Fizz.
Oh my God, here we go with this, Mike. Here we go, man.
What do you think?
I'm gonna be on the draft stream yelling, "We don't draft running backs like I did all last year."
You will.
Thor didn't
listen to you. Thor wouldn't listen to you, but yes.
And listen, I said we don't. We drafted Blue, and we don't even play him. So I still gonna stand with we don't draft running backs. I honestly don't think they care about that position as much, especially the draft one in the first round. Don't get me wrong. We said this last year. A lot of these young, talented running backs were first-round talents. The Cowboys should have taken one, but they didn't. And I think Love won't be any different. Now, is he that good? Yes. But would the Cowboys draft him? No. I still don't believe it. So, I don't know, man. I think with Love, man, one of the things I'm learning about the running backs this year, Mike, look at Caleb Johnson. We thought coming out of the draft, right? We all know what Caleb Johnson was. Then he got an Arthur Smith offense. They paid Jalen Warren. They signed Aaron Rodgers, who don't give a damn about rookies. And he said, listen, man, get Jalen Warren up in here. That dude can wait. And that's pretty much what I think is going to end up happening when it comes to some of these rookie running backs. Is more so opportunity than the talent, bro. Because we all know if Caleb Johnson had a real opportunity, we will be drooling to have him on our best ball team right now instantly. But just the opportunity failed him, man. So I think a little bit of that is him being a rookie. A little bit of that got in his head. But at the end of the day, it's going to be real, man, exciting to see where Love actually goes and the opportunity he has. I just think Dallas is a great opportunity. I just don't believe that they will do it, though.
Well, let's live in the world where they actually do. All right.
You're right. You know what? We're going off of the draft. You are right.
Let's
so if he goes to the
Cowboys,
all right, there we go. All right. You're right.
And listen, I'll even concede that maybe they bring Javonte Williams back on another team-friendly deal, right? So you got Javonte Williams, a real hammer, grinder, really brick it out like this. I'm going to run over two dudes, juke this guy, try to hurdle this one. Like that Javonte Williams type, like that David Montgomery-esque, right? The Thunder. Jeremiah Love's got a little Jahmyr Gibbs to him, bud. He's got a little Jahmyr Gibbs to him on a fucking high-powered offense like the Dallas Cowboys.
Sure.
How excited would you be, especially when we consider, listen, we got 3 quarterbacks. They're all to unsexy landing spots, all the teams that we have questions about. You're on a rookie clock right now. You got the 101. Are you going with your heart, Jeremiah Love on your Cowboys, or would you give some consideration to Miami Dolphins, Jordyn Tyson?
Well, I'm going to be honest, Mike. I don't care the scenario. Jordan Love is available, baby. I got to go get that boy Love. You feel me? He can go
Jeremiah,
to the he can go. I keep saying Jordan Love, Mike. Why we keep saying this, man?
Just say Love. We're good.
All the love, baby. J Love is in the building. So where J Love goes, I'm never going to discount the price on him. I still think the opportunity will be made by him versus the opportunity being around him. The Cowboys, though, to be honest, we saw with Javonte Williams this year, nobody wanted him. He fell to 13th round in most drafts, 10th round. We were taking a lot of guys over him. That's for damn sure. I don't trust our running game. Now I do. I think Schottenheimer has a scheme for it. He's shown us that he is the right play caller for this offense. And Dak won't have to go out there and throw 55 times like he was. And they're trying to build his defense up a little bit. So adding more players to the defense, slowing down the pace of the game, and seeing Javonte Williams literally put up top 10 fantasy numbers, Mike, and Dallas is giving up 50 points a game. If you're a running back putting up top 10 fantasy points and the defense giving up 50 real life points, it seems like a good recipe for a good running back, baby. So J Love come to Dallas. Just know I'm copying a jersey on draft night, Mike. I'm taking him 101 in our dynasty draft, though, because not just for the fandom. I know this team can score points. And at the end of the day, we want running backs with teams that score points. So I'm going to go J Love on that one, Mike.
I think Love, regardless, even if they brought Javonte back or didn't bring him back, he would be the one in that scenario. Okay. Now, let's live in a world, right? I'll keep them right around the same spot, but we'll just change up the teams, right? Because like you mentioned, I don't know if Dallas really does it. The chat really doesn't think Dallas does it, especially with how they value Javonte and all the other holes they have, which is up and down that defense. Right? They're gonna need to fill some holes there. So let's instead of the Cowboys at 13, let's have Jeremiah Love go to the Minnesota Vikings. Right? They got a running back need.
Okay.
Aaron Jones is a little bit old. Jordan Mason is kind of poopy. So you got Jeremiah Love going to the Minnesota Vikings, and let's for the sake of it, let's make the Miami Dolphins a little bit more sexy of a team for Jordyn Tyson to wind up on, right? Something a little bit more sexier. How about this? The Los Angeles Rams at pick 8 for Jordyn Tyson. This is going to assume, listen, Devontae decides he wants to retire. Whatever the hell it is. It's Puka, it is Jordyn Tyson, it's Matt Stafford, it's Sean McVay, Jordyn Tyson at pick 8. Now tell me how you draft that.
Hey man, that boy Jordan already on the West Coast, baby, out Arizona. So damn man, Mike, he's playing with my heartstrings on this one. You know I love some Sean McVay, baby. That one hurt, Mike. That one hurt. I don't like that one. I don't like how you brought that up, bro. I don't like that because
you gotta make it spicy, right? Let's live in that world.
That one hurt, man, because when you look at Matt Stafford having an MVP season, will he have it again next year? Who knows? But at the end of the day, we know, and I know, Sean McVay will figure out a way. And regardless if Adams is there or not, if I'm Adams, I ain't leaving. I'll take a discount to stay around here if you ask me.
That's right. Yeah.
Even as the number 3, right? Let's just say Jordan is the number 3 there. That's still nasty work. So I'm gonna be honest, Mike. I would have to go with Love just because if the Cowboys are taking a running back that high, there's no damn way that they aren't using him and running them in the ground all season.
Don't forget though, in this scenario, the Vikings who take him.
Oh, that's right, Vikings. Man, the way JJ McCarthy look, man, I don't know what his offense is gonna look like. I'm gonna say this, Mike. If Love go to the Vikings and Jordan goes to the Rams, I think that's when you play with your heartstrings, bro. What can you live with? Because Love, to me, is the play. It's still the right pick, but the scenario is just so much better in LA, man. So damn, I don't know, bro. I don't put me in this position, brother. You give me the answer. I don't want to give one somebody. That's a tough one, bro.
Well, rookie hit rate, right, which I go off of, is going to tell you, the running back's probably the better choice. First round running backs have ridiculous hit rates. But also S tier wide receivers, which in this case, if Tyson was at 8, have ridiculous hit rates. Now, probably not quite as good as the first round running back, but this would be one of those DB. I know what the data says, and I know where I should go, and that's what I like to do. But I think in this scenario, I would be taking Jordyn Tyson 101 and not even give a shit. Right? I'd have a Jordyn Tyson Rams jersey here tomorrow. Right? I'd take him
first. Tough.
I mean, that is the sexiest situation I think I could have picked for any of these wide receivers coming out. Is like put him next to Puka, put him with Matt Stafford, put him with Sean McVay, and let him go to town.
So I'm gonna ask you this, Mike. Knowing that he could be possibly a number 3 in LA.
Yep.
If you're a win now team, do you take Love or do you still take the receiver? I think Love will be the bigger impact right away, regardless of how the Minnesota Vikings, because it's still Minnesota Vikings offense. I mean, it doesn't look that pristine right now, but Kevin O'Connell will figure it out.
I think this year would stick pretty hard in my mind because I discredited Emeka Egbuka quite a bit as being the number 3 in a good offense with the Bucs, right? And I don't think my opinions of the Bucs offense heading in this year weren't as good as what I would have an opinion of a Sean McVay, Matt Stafford offense, because the Bucs had just gone through their second offensive coordinator under Baker Mayfield, who moved on to a head coaching job. So it's like, man, how many times can you keep replacing OCs and kind of changing stuff up before this offense falls off a cliff or before we start to see a little bit of a struggle? So I discredited Emeka Egbuka quite a bit. Ashton Genty, even though I went, man, I don't know if this situation is the greatest for him, right? Still pushed him up. We're still going to do it. I think this year would play a lot in how I value it, because at one point, wow, Ashton Genty did have a game, and he's had a couple games. He's kind of had this really nice floor here as of late as far as fantasy production. When Emeka Egbuka was hitting early in the season, I mean, we're having a show right here talking about like, is Emeka Egbuka in conversation for wide receiver 1 overall in Dynasty? So the upside, even as a number 3, can be absolutely ridiculous, right? Say you had Adams and you had Puka. They still got to throw to other people, and they've been throwing to, fucking tight ends we don't give a shit about, right? We're getting Tutu Atwells out there, right? Like, we're getting all these other guys who are still garnering targets that we don't give a shit about. And if you're like, ooh, they gave those to Jordyn Tyson, that'd be pretty fucking awesome, right? Let's first read Puka, second read Devontae Adams, third read Jordyn Tyson in this offense. I think he could still push for elite dynasty ceiling. So that would be kind of my logic. Now, I don't really like to chase trends because you're able to see them, revert as soon as the next year. But that would weigh very heavily in my mind. Is like, I don't know how I feel about this Love situation. And, let me go with Tyson just because, listen, I discredited it last year and I was wrong. So I'm not going to miss out this year. I'm not going to ignore the fact that Jordyn Tyson on the Rams is sexy, even if he's starting out as number 3. So.
Yeah, and to your point, as far as the Emeka Egbuka situation, I would just say this. Genty, we drafted without a worry, without a care, right? I watched all summer Egbuka go from like 8 to 10 to 12, sometime 201 on those bad days of the mocks, and then he moved back up. So I think that might be the same situation. You might have people saying, I need Love because of the name and just knowing that this is the clear at his position. And then you look and say, closer to the September and the mock draft start ending and, that hype get real in the rookie camps, I think that's what's really going to happen, the rookie camp noise. If Love is in Minnesota and we're hearing that this offense it's not really clicking the way we want to, and Aaron Jones seems like he's still, taking the bulk of the carries, but we got the young guy over there in LA, man, shiny stars, flashy lights, and Sean McVay got trick plays for him, and in the preseason, he had a touchdown every game. I think is what's really going to happen is if you're drafting, granted in Dynasty, we're going to already have our drafts going on. So you're going to be too late with that. But just overall, for the hype of each rookie, I think what's really going to change is if this rookie with this team is just getting more hype with the other team. Because like I said, I watch Egbuka go back and forth all summer. And we pretty much was locked in with one or two with Ashton Genty. If you wanted a quarterback, you took Ward. If you wanted the best talent, you took Genty. So there might be the same situation, bro. All mock season, you might just see the receiver go back and forth. But I think Love is just going to have that chokehold on. I need Love. I'll figure out the rest later for the rest of the drafts.
I will say one thing, too, about this debate, and it's going to be summed up here as I kind of go through the rest of Thor's mock draft here. One good point to kind of mention here is there's really only one Jeremiah Love in this class. There's really only one running back right now where you go, wow. Like, this guy's a stud, right? That is first-round potential. I'm not saying there won't be some second-round guys. There should be some nice third-round guys that we kind of fall in love with throughout the process, through the combine, and, what the draft capital is and what landing spot and their situation. But right now at the top, it is Jeremiah Love and then, like, the Moneyball, 50 feet of shit, and then the next guy. But in Thor's mock draft, the very next skill player he's got going off, Carolina Panthers take Carnell Tate. And Carnell Tate right alongside Tet McMillan would feed fucking families. Carnell Tate was my sleeper dark horse and my wide receiver 1 overall entering the season. I say Jordyn Tyson has really kind of solidified that, but Carnell Tate has been balling, man. And when you saw that Ohio State offense last week without Tate and without Jeremiah Smith, I went, ooh, this is kind of gross on how they're playing, man. Carnell Tate is that dude, but he's gotten overshadowed, much like Emeka Egbuka had during his time because he's always played with stud wide receivers. It just so happens the last 2 years it's Jeremiah Smith who's like the 101 lock for 2027 at this point. Carnell Tate, I got to remind people, Carnell Tate's 6'3", 200 pounds, and he runs routes like he's fucking Justin Jefferson out there. He has elite route precision. He has great ball skills as well. Carnell Tate gets open whenever the hell he wants. I know the Carolina Panthers with Bryce Young, we're like this sometimes. We don't know what Bryce we're going to get. But I'm telling you, I was a big Xavier Legette fan, and this is good for every party of that Carolina Panthers offense. One, good for getting Bryce Young another weapon. But two, you can put Legette in the slot and play him as a big slot, Deebo Samuel type role, and put him back to what he does really well. You got Tet McMillan, the alpha wide receiver, that Drake London type mold who can get downfield but also can be that possession guy. and then you put a route master like Carnell Tate on the other side, now the defenses are going, what the fuck do we do here? Right? If we don't cover the short stuff, Xavier Legette's going to yak the shit out of us. If we don't double the alpha receiver, he's just going to body the shit out of us. And if we slough off and we ignore the guy who's the zone beater, who's the man coverage beater in Carnell Tate, we're fucked either way. Like, we don't have an answer for this offense. Carnell Tate's going to fit in wherever and whatever team drafts him. He is the perfect... Listen, Hillbillies put it. He could be next year's Ibuka, and he kind of plays like Emeka Ibuka. He is a route master. I don't think he's as good as Emeka Ibuka after the catch. He's not as good as a yak guy after the catch as Ibuka was in college and is in the NFL, but Carnell Tate also beats him in the fact that I think he has better body control. He's a better contested catch guy, plus the route precision is absolutely crazy. So we add him to the mix of the Jordyn Tyson, like, well, I could get a Carnell Tate later. I don't have to take Tyson 101. Let me take Love, and I'll see if I can't trade back up and get a Tate. Maybe Tate's not in the cards. Makai Lemon out of USC is having a phenomenal year. He just, playing against him with Iowa, I was like, God damn it, we got to cover this guy. And, eventually as the game went on, we couldn't cover him. Makai Lemon, he's almost uncoverable. That kid is special. He's in the first round in Thor's mock going to the Cleveland Browns. So add him to it. Right.
Well, Mike, hold on now. Before you get too far in depth, I wanted to bring up back with Tate, right? Because Jake just brought this up, and he said, "Is Bryce still the guy?" And I'm gonna ask you this before we move on from the Carolina Panthers and them getting Tate. One, I think this is the recipe that the Cleveland Browns should have, right? Thinking about what Bryce Young is getting put around him. Every year they've taken a receiver first round. Look at first round, Tet. Now, if they did this again. Man, look, you got, I'm not sure if they signed Rico Dowdle back or not, but they got Chuba, who's still coming off an injury. Who knows what he really is right now, currently. Hopefully over the full off season, Chuba gets kind of back to get that motor running. You get Rico Dowdle back, cool. If not, you try to figure that out. But you got Tet, Leggett. Yeah, I got a whole lot of syllables going on. Tet, Leggett, man, and you got Tate coming through. And then when you look at what Bryce has to offer with this QB position, is he our guy or is he not our guy? That we don't know. But at least we have enough put around that when we try to replace him, if we have to, the next guy will be set up and prepared to do damage, man. In this AFC South, that's wide open every single year, other than Tampa, just bullying it. So I think to go back to what Cleveland is doing, even though they just took a receiver now, they just took one. So I will, kind of hold back in this draft. But when you look at the formula the Carolina Panthers put together, they went all defense one draft, and then now they starting to get their offensive guys and getting everything going. So if Bryce is or isn't the guy, the next guy can come in. And Mike, I'm just throwing this out there just to, I guess, raise some eyebrows. Maybe they call Cleveland and go get Deshaun Watson, man. Hey, take some of that contract, baby, and we got our offense now. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just saying it would make for a hell of a headline if Deshaun Watson, y'all don't want him. You got your quarterback. We got our offense. Maybe we could do something. So I'm just throwing it out there for the people. But I just wanted to bring that back because Jacob brought it up. Is Bryce the guy? And regardless if Bryce is or isn't, everything else around him is ready for whatever quarterback I believe steps into that role. So I like Carolina doing that, to be honest with you.
I would too. One, it creates the greatest nickname ever. It sounds like a law firm, Tet Leggett.
No,
or Tet and Leggett. I don't care how you do it, right? Leggett's got to be last, but it sounds like a law firm. But two, I love the let's find out. Let's fucking find out if he's our guy. Let's
all you gave up to get Bryce Young, you better make sure you can find out because you haven't, you setting them up now to say, hey, contract coming up. We gave away the franchise to get you. Now we're gonna give you everything you need. No more excuses.
Let's find out. So you got another receiver in Tate going there. You got Makai Lemon. Now we got 3 wide receivers with first round draft capital, and I will give you a 4th according to Thor here. Denzel Boston. He's got Denzel Boston going to the San Francisco 49ers at pick 23, which would make a lot of sense too, especially with the Brandon Ayuk news. Yeah,
6'4".
Denzel Boston is sneaky good now. We don't get to see him a whole lot because it's Washington. They're not in a national championship run like they were a couple years ago with Michael Penix, so they play out on the West Coast. I know they're in the Big Ten, but Again, the Big Ten is literally coast to coast at this point, so we have games starting at like 9 o'clock at night on a Saturday that nobody's watching. Like, we already drunk, okay? Like,
Yeah.
we don't fucking, who cares?
Yeah.
So Denzel Boston. So that gives you 4 wide receivers with first round draft capital, according to Thor. So my point about would you take Tyson 101 or would you take Love? It's like, why do I need to? Like, I could probably get a Boston at the 110.
Here we go.
By
Yep.
trading back up into the draft if I wanted to hit a first round wide receiver.
I
Maybe
like
not
that.
quite as good as Jordyn Tyson, but listen, none of these guys that Thor had listed here. And while I say Tyson has solidified himself in a lot of people's minds and mine as probably wide receiver 1 of this class, it is not like it is a big gap.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
it's
all
not
these
like
boys are
the
good.
Love. It's not like
No.
Jeremiah Love's gap with his position.
Correct.
So I'm with you.
Correct. There's a lot more question marks about who RB2 of this class is than there is about, who's wide receiver 4, right? The gap is. So to the point, listen, you wanted to take Jeremiah Love even if it was a situation maybe like Minnesota you weren't so sexy with, or Jordyn Tyson in a super sexy situation. It's like, I should probably just take the running back because I don't know what the fuck's going to be there for me when I come back looking for a rookie running back.
Yeah. And I mean, like I said, you look at the names, bro. That boy Lemon is a dog, man. He's only 5'11". He's not as big as the other guys, and we want these true big receivers. But hey, man, those small guys, man, they're running the slide, or maybe they, just quick on their feet, man. We got to see the offense. Cleveland Browns, unfortunately, aren't the sexiest pick. We never like guys going over there. But like you said, man, the gap between these receivers is like this. And I think come combine time, come pro day time, the 40 time, the cone, all this stuff, I think is what's really going to change the outcome of when teams take them and what we start hearing with each other. Because we heard a lot of noise, Mike, even during the Senior Bowl where, oh, man, this guy ain't really that good, man. He only throw for 5 yards, and then he get drafted, and now we got him on our team and yelling about we love him, and he is the guy, right? So I think it's going to be a lot of hype this offseason at the receiver position because it's so close, and one guy isn't standing out as far yet. And it's going to take one of those 3 and 4 ranked guys to just pop off on the game or off season. And then we're going to hear, hey, man, this guy is the new number 1. And we're going to be, eating the roses on the flowers on that one, bro. So shout out my boy Lemon, though, man. I like Lemon, though. He's a good dude, man.
Thor's got one more skill player in the first round, right? So we had 3 quarterbacks. We had one running back and 4 wide receivers. His last skill player, tight end, Kenyon Sadiq. He's got going in the first round. And Kenyon Sadiq's kind of one of those he's not quite the video game tight end, but it's also like you want Kenyon Sadiq to be the first guy off the bus for sure. That guy is built like a fucking tank. So 6'3", 245, 250, kind of depending on where he measures in. Extremely athletic. Extremely athletic. You want to talk about a comp for him? How about like prime, maybe a little bit more souped up, Jonnu Smith? Right? That's kind of what he reminds me of. So Kenyon Sadiq in the first round, Thor's got going. So it's making the 26 class at least on par and, in my opinion, a little bit better than 2025 was. Now, while we got an extra running back in the first round in Amari and Hampton, we only had 2 quarterbacks last year. This one's got 3. I think there's a possibility for potentially 4. There was a couple quarterbacks that didn't make Thor's first round mock that I think have an opportunity. I don't know what's going to happen with Lenore Sellers. I don't know what's going to happen with like John Mateer or Sam Levitt. These guys may all go back to school and not declare.
That's what I'm hearing, yeah.
We could also get one of them that decides, hey, man, I don't want to compete in 2027 against, the Archmannings of the world, right? Yeah. Like, it's a little bit deeper class. Like, now's my chance to get that first round draft grade and get my ass in the door to get a starting opportunity. Running backs, listen, I'm a big Nick Singleton fan, but this year has been horrible for him. It's kind of hard to justify why he went back to school because Katron Allen has taken this backfield over. It's been a horrible year for Penn State as a whole. I do think Nick Singleton has an opportunity, but it's going to come during the combine. It's going to come during pro days because I think he's going to measure in and test extremely well, which we might go, oh, okay. Well, Penn State's just dumb. They just used him wrong or whatever it is. Jonah Coleman, just productive, just a bowling ball. I think the thing that'll hurt him is athletic testing. There's a case for Justice Haynes and Katron Allen, in my opinion, and I think Jeremiah Love's running mate, Jadarian Price. Me and Xbox had talked about this on our college football podcast. Jadarian Price is actually sneakily good. Like, I'm pretty sure Jadarian Price, if he wasn't playing behind Jeremiah Love, would be starting for 95% of the college football teams out there. That guy is a stud. So, interested to see how he tests, how he comes in, but he's got an opportunity as well. Wide receiver, I think, is what makes this class the most interesting, right? We're not going to get two first-round tight ends, I don't think. Kenyon Sadiq, probably. Outside of that, I can't give you another one that I get super excited about. You know, Max Clare, it feels like a second, third round, Cade Stover type tight end, right, out of Ohio State. He doesn't wow me with athleticism or anything special. But the wide receiver position is much deeper and much better, in my opinion, than 2025 was. We had Tet. You had Ibuka, who was kind of sleeping. Matthew Golden, as you can see, these are why I had concerns about Matthew Golden. Looks like the Packers have concerns about Matthew Golden because they don't want to throw him the fucking football or even put him on the field, really. Like, they don't want to give him a snap percentage. But that's what made up your first-round wide receivers. It was a little bit disgusting. It was a little bit meh. We already got 4 in there, and I'll give you a couple other names before we hit the mid-intro and get some questions here. Chris Brazzell, it's going to be tough for me because it's a Tennessee wide receiver that's 6'5" and runs like a deer. Stop me if you've heard this before, all right? It's going to be really hard not to helmet scout this kind of guy, right? Just like, oh, shit. I feel like I've seen this before. Tennessee has always had this gimmicky offense, and these wide receivers, listen, the last one out of Tennessee that's done fucking anything that's hit is Jawan Jennings. The NFL didn't even like him, and that was way before Josh Heupel was even there running this fucking gimmicky offense that they kind of have. So that is your track record for Tennessee wide receivers, but I'll give you a couple others that I really do like. Jacoby Lane, who is the counterpoint to Mekhi Lemon, is also a dog. He's got a hell of a game. I don't know if he gets first-round consideration, but maybe second round, early second round is in the cards for him still. Chris Bell is a guy that I've heard poked around since the start of the season, which kind of surprised me because I had no idea who the fuck Chris Bell was. I had no idea who the hell Chris Bell was. Go watch some Chris Bell highlights, people. Like, go watch some Chris Bell highlights. 6'2", 220, and runs like a deer. I mean, this guy, he eats his Wheaties, okay? He takes care of himself. He is a fucking Adonis of a human being at the wide receiver position. And the production this year is starting to back up everything that the people who are hyping them up were talking about. Now, he's still got some things to clean up in his game. He's got some concentration drops. He needs to work on his route running a little bit, but listen, I mean, Fizz, you're biggest Des Bryant fan I can ever recall meeting or encountering.
Yeah.
Just saying, this guy, like, the way he looks and the way he plays, I'm like, fucking Des have a kid he didn't tell nobody about?
Hey, maybe, man. My boy Wild, man.
And then, of course, Elijah Surratt, who's been like the alpha for Indiana the last 2 years. We'll see kind of where he lands. I don't think he's going to wow anybody with his athleticism, but we could be surprised, man. Some of these wide receivers that, I didn't think Matthew Golden ran a 4.2, whatever the fuck he did, right? Watching him on tape. So we'll see how that kind of comes and how the draft process plays out. And then you want to talk Adonises of all Adonises. Nick Harbor, now raw as fuck, needs to clean up a lot of things. Needs to stay away from Texas State Troopers, apparently. Like, they got it out for him. But you saw it on that fucking catch and run, man. Like, that is a 6'5", 240-pound sprinter who runs a 4.2 something.
Yeah, we wanted this last year, Mike. We ain't get it, man. But,
oh boy.
Man, Nick Harper. But that's a name for you right there.
So, I mean, these are guys, maybe we'll get another one who sneaks in the first round, which would give us 5 wide receivers in the first round, which would be fucking crazy. But we're also going to get a couple of these guys going early second round, which bolsters the depth of the class, which is why I like it a little bit more than I like 2025. It's 2025, by the time we're hitting 106, 107, we're drafting, second round running backs. Now, not that they're bad, but, RJ Harvey's up there. By the end of the first round, we're drafting a third round running back in Caleb Johnson, rightfully so. So,
yeah.
I mean, we're talking about a little bit better depth throughout the first round, which I think makes the class a little bit deeper. Plus, you get a few more, maybe 1, maybe 2 more quarterback options. And then everything that we love in Dynasty, young rookie wide receivers, right? Pretty safe bet for the most part, especially if a guy gets first-round draft capital. So, Fizz, that's the 26 class. I didn't think it was going to take 50 minutes, but fucking here we are.
It's good, but I want to bring this up, bro, before we get to any questions. And for those who got questions, make sure y'all leave them in there. So we definitely going to answer some. I want to bring this up, though, bro, because I'm looking at this class and we having this conversation. And this is my favorite part of Dynasty. Well, one of my favorite parts anyway, right? Just going through this process of looking at the players, where we have them ranked at, where we think they should be. Then we go through the next spiel of, okay, reading the mock drafts, where we think the teams are going to take them. Then we go through the combine, the Senior Bowl. And I remember hearing names like Harold Fannin. Yeah, he's so great. Then he goes to the Senior Bowl. Oh, man, he's trash. Now he goes to the Cleveland Browns. He done stolen Njoku's job, it seemed like overnight, right?
Yeah.
Like he's the clear. So I love hearing these type of processes of what we think now, what we think later, and then what ultimately ends up happening. Because not that anybody's right or wrong. I think we're all right and wrong. Some people don't know how to take when they're wrong. Some people like to brag too much when they're right. But at the end of the day, I like seeing the process, bro, because a lot of these names that I'm hearing, everybody's going to be 100% wrong. Even the coaches are going to be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And just listening to what we're hearing now, and then hearing it back in March and then in April, that's the whole feel of playing Dynasty. I think sometimes people forget to get that feeling because they want to be right so much that they forget that it's okay to be wrong in the process, because that's the process. So enjoy this process, because when I hear what we're talking about tonight and then we rehash it, Mike, everything we talked about tonight, next week, we might have a whole new list next week.
True.
You feel me? So
True.
You got to enjoy the process, bro. And like I said, guys like Harold Fannin, your boy Johnson, who we talking about from Iowa, all season, hey, man, he's going to be a dog. He gets to Pittsburgh, nothing happens. Right. I just love seeing that process. You know me, baby. Tank for Ted. I was screaming that for the whole November, October. Tank for Ted, baby. That's now he's the receiver one in this class, we could say. And Buka was. Is Ted up there now? Is he number one, or where we at with him?
He's in the conversation, right? Because he's been coming on here these last couple of weeks, and Buka been coming back from the injury. Still hasn't had that big. Wow, he's back. He's like fully back. So we don't really know yet. Yep.
So that's what I'm saying, man.
I say he's in that conversation for sure. They got to be neck and neck in Dynasty ranks for sure.
That's what I'm saying, bro. So I'm just saying enjoy the process, because at the end of the day, it's a good process. And you got to learn to love the wrong, the bad, the good, the ugly. But Mike, man, that's why we here, baby. Enjoy the process. You got to enjoy the process, bro.
To your fucking point, man, there's no more clear than Jackson Smith-Njigba was by far and away the 101 wide receiver for me anyways, right? Mm-hmm. And we were talking about, there for a little bit during this college, Kayshon Boutte. And I'm like, man, I love me some JSN. Draft rolls around, Booty's got his problems. He's got his problems. He was a little bit booty, right? Didn't get the draft capital. JSN didn't get as good of draft capital as we had hoped for. They come out their rookie year, Booty doesn't do nothing. JSN kind of has a subpar rookie year. We're like, man, who really cares? Like, he gets pushed down. I remember getting him in like the 7th and 8th round in his sophomore year in the NFL, and like having to talk people off the ledge about JSN. Then you see the later half of last year, JSN really starts coming on, and now you see what the fuck JSN's doing this year. He went from being a 7th, 8th round startup heading into a sophomore NFL year to now, like, I mean, for a lot of people, he's the clear Dynasty wide receiver one.
Yeah, man.
And they don't want to, I mean, they will give you Jamar Chase in the conversation, but that's pretty much where it is for a lot of people.
That's it, Mike.
You want to talk production-wise, who's out on the field dominating right now? It's JSN. So, listen, we go in cycles.
Enjoy that process, baby. I just want people to, like I said, embrace it, though, because I think sometimes, Mike, we're in an age now. We're in a microwave age. We want everything to work right away. And I'm kind of stalling because I want to wait for the people to drop some questions. But I'm just saying, we live in a microwave era where everybody want to be right away. They don't have time to wait on if it works out or if it don't. And that's usually not how this game works, man, and life works. So just enjoy this process, because everything we're bringing home tonight, I promise you, is going to change next week and the week after. So get your homework in, do your thing, do what you got to do. But hey, a lot of these names we're naming, other than maybe Love, J Love, because I was about to say Jordyn again. Other than J Love, Mike, this receiver class might be up and down. Might be what, like that? Well, 6, 7. It might be from 6. Who the hell knows?
Don't do that shit.
I'm just saying it might be 6 or 7 of them, baby. That might switch around all season. The combine, the 40 time, the cone drill, all that junk is going to change your minds. So just enjoy the process. No matter who right, who wrong, enjoy it, baby. That's all I'm saying.
All right, man. Well, let's have you actually talk to the people here. We'll hit that great AMA Fizz intro, and then when we come back, we'll answer your questions. How many ever you got? As soon as they're all gone, we'll bounce out of this thing and everybody can enjoy the rest of their Thanksgiving Eve.
Welcome to South Harmon. Welcome to South Harmon. Hey, welcome to South Harmon. We glad you here today. Another AMA. Ask me anything. Super chat is cool if you wanna pay to play. Like and subscribe, that's what we really appreciate. Let me introduce you to the tear down king. Mike McNutted, ask your questions, he'll answer anything. ATM, you know Adam, put them graphics on the screen. Glad you tapped in now, stay tapped in for the team. Hey, everything is posted. Go follow the socials. South Harmon FF tag us if we get noticed. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today. Another AMA. Welcome to South Harmon, we glad you here today.
We are glad you are here today, hanging out with us
Yes,
on
sir.
Thanksgiving Eve, and we hope from the South Harmon family that everybody has a fantastic Thanksgiving. Enjoy your loved ones, enjoy your time with them. But Fizz, I was starting questions. We got some. First one, perfect guy to answer it too. Sitting right beside me. What's wrong with this boy Blue? Whatever happened to Jordyn Blue? What happened to him?
Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you something. It's so funny that my guy Shizzles, we made a trade over the all season, Mike. It was Ray Davis for Blue, and it don't look like it didn't even matter. We might
Nobody
as well
won.
delete that trade. It was just a terrible swap. It didn't make a damn difference. I don't know what's up with Blue, big dog. I have no clue, but maybe Blues is the clue. I don't know, brother. I have no idea, man. Some guys were high on Blue. I really wasn't, but you know, he played for the Cowboys, so I figured it would work out. But Mike, man, I can't answer this one because New York Blue sounds better than Jordyn Blue, baby.
I got a lot wrong with this class, right? I've gotten a lot wrong in my dynasty career, but one thing that, you know, the little small victory lap, I did not like Jordyn Blue coming out of college. I just didn't. There were some questions it wasn't talent, okay? It wasn't speed, it wasn't explosiveness, it wasn't pass catching ability. My biggest question I had is I have watched for years subpar talent running backs beat out Jordyn Blue at Texas for carries. Like, when it should have been Jordyn Blue's time to get the workload in college, right? Where, listen, size matters at the running back position, but especially in today's day and age, that's really kind of going by the wayside. You got guys like Bucky Irving and Kyron Williams in the NFL with much bigger, faster, stronger dudes doing just fine at the running back position. So size isn't as much of a concern, but even more so in college, right? Like Desmond Reed out of Pittsburgh's like 5'2" and weighs 120 pounds. You know, that's DB's boy, right? He's a tiny dude, but he goes out when he plays, he dominates. Jordyn Blue had all the talent. He had the speed, the pass catching ability, but I was watching subpar talents at the running back position consistently pass him for work, right? Like guys I'd never heard of. Now, CJ Baxter turned out to be a pretty good one right before his injury. Like, wow, okay. All right, I get that one. But then last year, it was Contravion Wisner after CJ. I was like, who the fuck is this Wisner guy? And still to this day, I don't think Wisner's that good of a running back, right? You put on his film, I'm like, yeah, this is like if, you know, we go back in time, it's Trent Richardson, but, you know, with the athletic mold of Brian Robinson is kind of what he feels like, right? This is Trent Richardson's vision and Brian Robinson's body.
I mean,
I think he's that
to
good.
me, straight line guy, just, you know,
That's
like if he could turn the wheels on an open hole, boom. But, and to be honest, Mike, not saying this is a Texas thing, but we thought the same thing about Roshan Johnson when he came out, man. We was all hyped to get to him,
There
and you know, it ain't really looking too good, baby. So,
yeah,
Shizzles, just hold on to Blue, and you know, good luck with it, big dog.
Here's the wild thing, man. The Cowboys tried to tell you that they drafted him because they thought they saw something, but in the offseason during training camps, they're like, this kid needs to get much better. He needs to work on his work habits.
Yeah.
And, you know, people wrote me off like I was crazy, like that wasn't a big thing. And yet you see here, passed at the start of the season for fucking Miles Sanders, who, listen, lost the Cowboys the game on the opener, right? Miles Sanders lost that game, passed up by Miles Sanders. Jane Blue wasn't like, okay, we're getting him in next week. No, they didn't
Right.
give a shit. They went right back to Miles Sanders. Now, Miles Sanders is hurt. They've been looking for a compliment or a spell back for Javonte Williams. Have they gone to Jane Blue, who they spent draft cap on? No.
Mike Davis.
They brought up fucking Malik Davis, and you
Yeah.
could tell he was so far down on the depth
Malik
chart. This
Davis, yep.
motherfucker's out here rocking 43 at the running back
Yeah.
position. Like he's Darren Sproles reincarnated.
Yeah. Malik Davis is the new RB2 right now. You're right, bro. Right.
Just know, unless you're like Alvin Kamara or Cam Scatabo, if you're rocking a number in the 40s, no, I probably hate you. Like, you got to earn that 40 to, like,
Sure.
look at this guy. Look how good. He could play through a shitty number, right?
Yeah.
So, that's definitely a practice squad guy that they're like, this is all we got left, man. How about 43?
Yeah.
But, hey, by the way, our fourth-round rookie, he just don't fucking get it, man. He just don't get it. Get your ass out there. We need some carries from you. We need some touches.
So, Mike, can we admit that I was still right that Dallas don't draft running backs? Because this don't count, right? This one don't count, man.
No, I mean, they can't even get this guy on special teams. Like,
Thank
they won't
you.
let him
All
return kicks or punts.
Dallas don't draft running backs. Thank you.
They just burnt the pick. They were like, we
There
forfeited.
we go.
We good.
They ain't want to pay the taxes on it. They got rid of it.
How about this one? Do you think we want to buy some more first here, given how low the perceived value is? Fizz, I mean, you're kind of out of these streets. You're seeing the dynasty market. I mean, these 26 first, 27 first, people are like, I ain't trading it. Or if they trade it, it's part of
they
the
hold
big
on
deal.
to, they got vice grips on them 27s, man.
26, on the other hand, feels like we throw that shit around.
I'm not gonna lie, I know I did a couple leagues, man. Keep it a buck with you. But I'll just say this, Mike. And the thing I like about that, though, knowing the 27 class is all we dream to be, so we think, right? One thing I will say that inspires me is knowing people hold on to 27 picks means people are going to be more active in their leagues for another year. Because we all know we got the one or two guys that's like, man, I'm trading all my picks. I don't care. I'm trying to win now. A lot of people are trying to hold on to 27. So that means if you're in the dynasty league that's currently in, you got at least 2 years of it lasting because people are holding on to these 27 picks. So I do like that part. But Govnick, to answer your question, are you buying more? I just say, listen, man, there's no time like today because 27 is 2 years away. Man, go get your 26. And then during your draft, maybe you trade out of it if it's a late pick, 109, 110, 111, and then flip that for, a 26 later, second or third, and plus a 27 pick. So, yes, you do go get the picks now if it's worth it. If you're a team that's not contending, you're just trying to downsize your roster, get those 26 because regardless of if 27 is more valuable or not, Mike, we don't know what 27 holds, baby. Go get that 26. And I would just say if you really want to move back, we've seen, Mike, it's been years where people had a 24 first and it is totally flipped it for a 25 straight up. And then they thought, hey, the pick I'm trading for would be higher in that draft. So if you can get a 26 first and then flip it for a extra pick and a 27, you can always do that too, man. So no time like tomorrow, Mike. And I don't believe in waiting for 27 if you don't have to. So go get them if you can, baby.
I've heard this a couple times now throughout my dynasty career too, especially when you have a class that is kind of perceived low like this one and you have a superstar class that everybody's trying to plan for. Ain't nobody trading, a 27 first for your 109 next year. Maybe in some leagues, okay? I will say that is true in some leagues, right? You do have some heady people who don't want to trade, right? And they will diamond hand the shit out of it because they went through all that work. But I'm also telling you, I've been in enough fucking leagues to see that rookie fever is one hell of a fucking drug, man. And it bites most people every single time. Like
it's a hell of a drug.
It's like when I go to the strip club, man. I say I'm not gonna fall in love. I'm not gonna fall in love, right? They only love me for right now. It ain't for the long time. And every time I fall in love, like,
listen,
man,
Mike and they throwing 26 first all over the place, baby. Here you go, 26 first.
Every single time, man. Every single time. So. Yeah, there will be opportunities. I'm telling you, there will be opportunities for you to trade your 26 first on the clock and get 27 picks if you want. I'm going to go out and buy some more 26 first because the value is so low. Right, we're at point scoring like fever right now. Contenders are like, I need to shore this shit up. And if they want to toss around 26 first like they're fucking candy, I'm here to gobble them up. I'm going to take them home.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, man. And then we talked about the receiving class. Who knows what 27 holds? Yes, we have the diamonds in 27, but who knows what team they go to? What the quarterback position look like? Like to judge the receivers that's coming in at 27 over the guys that are currently coming in good situations. it's easy to say on paper until it happens, baby. So Governor, go get your 2060 if they're available. Do your thing, man. Enjoy yourself. Hey, I appreciate you, big dog. Mike, you muted, baby. You trying to look so good. You only want people to hear your voice, man.
Two good-looking dudes right there. Birds suck. What?
Yeah,
What?
I love this. I love this comment, brother. They do suck booty cheeks. Hey, Mike, and listen, I know we answering questions, but I gotta ask you, man. Did you enjoy my Philadelphia Eagles short that I put together, brother?
It's fantastic. Thank you for ruining my day. Even
I'm not gonna lie, and look, I try to stand up for you though, because I told the people, I said, well, technically, Mike didn't brag that they were gonna beat the Cowboys. This was just a seize a moment of opportunity of a bunch of Philadelphia Eagles clips that I had loaded in my phone, and I put it together. But it was pretty comical, if you ask me. Though it was a good one.
I said it was going to be a close game on Friday when we
you
did.
You did. You weren't bragging.
I said 27-24 Eagles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't doing it to say Mike got this wrong. It was more so just for the Philly fans. You just were the culprit of it. That's all it is.
I had no idea that we'd just forget to play offense after the first quarter.
I'm with you. I get you. That's why birds suck, man. Shout out Daniel, all right?
Birds suck.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What's this guy's deal?
I know. Clown question, bro.
For real though.
That's what you get for that one. No cash register for that shit. All right. I had another one start here. Deeper. I've heard this class others say it's not as deep. When I talk deeper, I'm not talking like how we perceived last year with the deep running back class, or how 24 was when we had a shit ton of quarterbacks and we're pushing some dudes into the second round. Bo Nix, Michael Penix, sometimes we're second round picks. What I'm talking deeper, and this is me and Adam going back to that 40 episode about second round rookie picks. Dude, once I get past 202, 203 in most of these classes, a lot of these guys are fucking irrelevant. They really end up becoming irrelevant. We like to hype them up like they're going to be something, but here's an example. 203 was Jaden Higgins from this year. He's coming on now, but it definitely didn't start so well. Scott Connor was asking just a few weeks ago if he's a bust, so that didn't go well. Cam Scatterbo had some nice moments. We still haven't really seen shit out of Luther Burden, Trey Harris. Bashal Tutin's had a game, so yay on that one. Jalen Milroe can't sniff the field. Jack Besh is fucking terrible. They have no receivers, and they still don't want to throw Jack Besh the ball. Kyle Williams, nothing. Mason Taylor's a tight end who's kind of done anything. And the creme de la creme, the 212 last year, Jaden Blue. So,
well, Hillbillies definitely just hurt my heart, man. I was hoping to not hear that name again, but I was damn sure in love with some Trey Harris, baby. I was in love with some Trey Harris, man.
So I'll say this. When I say deeper, I'm talking the first round. We're getting more like locked in first round talents being drafted. So the first round of the NFL draft is going to be deeper, meaning I'm not having to draft an RB like Caleb Johnson at the 111 who was taken in the third round of the NFL draft. I'm looking at probably drafting another wide receiver taken in the first round. So it's a little bit deeper in the first round. Everything's a little bit more secure. While not maybe the appeal of, listen, this is one hell of a deep draft class, like 2024 or 2023 or whatever you want to throw in there. I think the first round is a lot more secure than what we saw last year.
Well, I will say this, Mike, to kind of throw that out there too. You gotta this draft class is a little bit of an illusion as well when it comes to the NFL side, because you have multiple teams with multiple firsts. And a lot of those teams won't take two offensive talents. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really judge them off of, well, only, let's just say 4 receivers went. Well, a lot of teams don't have a first. So, you know what I'm saying? Cowboys got 2, the Jets got 2, the Browns got 2. And who's to say what else is going to happen? So you might miss out on some talent in the first round only because the team that actually need that talent doesn't have a first round. So I just want to throw that out there too when we're judging of how many go in the first round, because multiple teams have multiple firsts, and you might not see 2 offensive players go to those teams.
All right. How about this one? Would you be okay swapping for 2 playoff firsts in a 14-team league? Would you sell Tet for the 109 and 113? 14-team Superflex start 10. Hell to the fuck no. I would not do this. Fizz. What about you though? Would you take the 109 and 113 as they currently stand for one Tet McMillan?
It's tough, man. Start 10, right? 14 teamer. 14 teamers get so tricky, man. Sheesh. I say this, according to this mock draft, no, because you have opportunity of another receiver getting drafted in the first round. Will Tet still last the test of time of him just being a clear 101 and dominating targets and the 109 and the 113? That's tough, Mike. Well, I ask you this then. Instead of using Tet, would you, because Tet went around the 104, 105 last year, let's just say, would you trade the 109 and the 113 to move up to the 105? Because I think that's the question, I think, right? Let's just say the 105 pick in 26 is the same as Tet. We value him the same as Tet coming in. You muted, bro. You muted.
It's tougher because I think about how it went last year. And even in a 14-team superflex like this, like at the 109, to be completely honest with you, I would have been looking at, man, I could get Jackson Dart. So would I trade away Jackson fucking Dart and the 201 if it was a 12-team league, but the 113 in this league to go get a 105 in Tet McMillan? No, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have even come close. Now, here we are. Tet's played on the field and has done good shit. Tet's had a good rookie year. He has solidified himself. Now we're looking at a guy who's approaching, if not already there, top 10 in Dynasty wide receiver ranks. And you want me to kick this can down the road and go for the 109 and 113? There's not enough leverage there, right? There's not enough outs. Now, if you told me it was the 109, the 113, and the 114, we could have a conversation here. A 1 for 3. I like my chances in 2026 maybe to hit on that 109 or hit on that 113 or 114 and come somewhere close to what Ted has given me or what he has in value. And then I got 2 extra picks to play with, right? I got 2 other chances, right? I got 2 other, let me see what the value is here. But just for the 109 and 113, even in a 14-team league, Fizz, I don't think I would do this. I don't think I'm trading the sure thing in Ted for just 2 firsts, especially on the back end. You made it close to 3? Fuck yeah. Gone. I hope you back your shit. I think probably the best way is if you could sneak a wide receiver back. Doesn't have to be like superstar stuff. Doesn't have to be superstar stuff. But whether you're rebuilding or whether you're a contender, there's different options. Like if I'm contending and somebody told me they'll give me Cortland Sutton, the 109 and the 113 for Tet, sure. Send you away. If I'm on the rebuilding aspect of it, I'm looking for a home run play. I'm looking for value bumps. If somebody was like, man, I'm so sick and tired of Matthew Golden, he ain't done fuck. I'll give you Matt Golden, the 109 and the 113 for your Tet. Good. I will go with that 3 for 1. But just how it sounds right now, Eric, not for me.
I feel you. All right. I mean, it's a good question though. I will say that. I do think it's a good question. Man, that's a tough one, Mike. Me personally, I'm with you though. I've seen what Tet has done, and I love me some Tet, but 14-teamer, man, that's tough, Mike. That's tough. I'm gonna roll with what you said, bro, because that's tough, man. That one put it in my heartstrings on this one, man. Well, but I do like Hillbillies put up the Mbuka winning the 110, 109, and again, that can happen, right?
Yeah.
But it's a chance that it doesn't happen.
You know who else went around that range? Caleb Johnson. So
yeah, that's true too.
We played this fucking game all day.
That's true too. Hey, we had Luther Burton around them around the 202.
Matthew Golden.
Yeah. You're right.
What's in the glass? Little Sauvignon Blanc from Josh, the brand. Yeah, this shit almost looks like water, man. That's how cool.
Hey, bro, I thought it was until I realized this man ain't drinking no damn water.
But out of a wine glass, all right. I ain't that. No,
you're right, Mike. When you look at Luther Burton, go Matthew Golden, I think you go ahead and just keep Tet, baby. Go ahead and keep the tester, man.
Who do you trust in these injury circumstance running back rooms? Kareem Hunt, Hampton, Trey Benson.
Whew. Well, Pacheco is supposed to come back this week. Kareem Hunt has been on a tear the last couple of weeks, man. He's stepped up a lot. But Pacheco comes back this week. It's going to start getting real muddy in the KC backfield again. I believe Hampton, they want to be the clear one. That's why they drafted him to be. Offensive line is broken to pieces, but I'm going to go Hampton, Mike. I'm going to go with the young guy with the juice. And
I assume he's asking for just this week, right?
Okay. This week.
I'm guessing. Because if this is the rest of the season, man, I would trust Amari Hampton out all the
for sure
way more than anybody else.
Yeah.
Way more.
Well, if it's this week, I'm gonna check. I'm gonna say, and I'm not bragging that the Cowboys defense has just got that much better, but I'm gonna still say Kareem Hunt because Pacheco coming off an injury. The Chiefs definitely need to win this game. And I don't even know if Hampton's going to play for sure. I mean, he's being activated. He's got projections, but how much does he really play? I'm gonna roll with Kareem Hunt this week if it's this week.
If it's just this week, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Kareem Hunt. Just because I don't listen. Even when Pacheco has been like healthy-ish this season, Kareem Hunt still has a pretty big role. The fucking Cowboys, right? Like the Cowboys are gonna give up some yards. They're just gonna give up some yards. So
yeah,
there's gonna be some scoring opportunities. I think it's gonna be a more up and down game. Kareem Hunt could have one touchdown just pretty easily.
Even if Kareem doesn't have 80 yards, he will probably have a touchdown at least. So, and I don't even know if Hampton's really going to play. He's activated, but is he really going to play? I don't know.
Maybe back this week. I mean, he was limited at practice today, so I mean that's a good sign. But yeah, I guess I just don't trust as much. I'd probably go with Kareem Hunt. And if you're talking rest of the season, it's Amari and Hampton by
for sure.
Country mile. How about this one? Sure. Love me those young wide receivers. I've been drafting quarterbacks and been hard flipping them for 3 first value if they hit big. Not a bad play. That usually works out with just about any rookie pick, though, whether it's a running back, whether it's a wide receiver, whether it's a quarterback. If they hit and somebody wants to give me 3 first for them, kind of like we're talking about Ted. Ted was a hit. I'm in. Right. And just for the simple fact, I have 3 chances where I just have to match that production or that value or come pretty close to it. And then I get 2 extra picks just to, hey, we'll see what happens. Right. Maybe I do hit. Maybe I do hit on a Quinshawn Judkins or Mecca Ibuka. And then the third one is Caleb Johnson. Still sitting pretty good.
Yeah.
I may have missed on one, but I hit on the other 2. It's better than just the one asset I sent away. So I don't mind that at all. And the last one I had started, we'll see what else we get here. Who's the best running back you'd sell for 2 late 26 firsts? I'm trying to buy one, but better to look at it from a seller perspective. Ooh, I like that question.
Well, I will say this. Literally this morning, I recorded a running back buy sell show episode. And big names on there. CMC was one of the buys right now. Saquon Barkley was one of the buys right now.
That's fair.
Who my boy had? This is Rock's process, so I'm trying to go through his list. I'll just say this. For 2 firsts.
2 late ones.
2 late firsts. So could you value that as, let's just say, a first and a second is still kind of like the 2 late firsts in a sense? If it's like a 203-ish kind of sort of?
No.
All right, yeah, you're right. Because when you see first, then that people will like value. You know, you're right. I didn't say this, Mike. 2 late firsts. What value could you get? Let's just say
I can send you 7 seconds, right, in a deal, right?
If
7
don't say
fucking
first,
seconds.
you are. Yeah. You're right.
Or some guy could send you 2 late firsts, and you tell me which one you're going to be.
I'm gonna take that first, baby, every time.
Every fucking time. I can tell you 7 of them. I could give you the 201, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. But if that fucker said first, even if they were late, 110, 111, you're taking the first.
No, I'm with you. Well, it sounds like to me he's on a playoff run, trying to win a championship. If he's trying to get rid of 2 firsts, for a running back, man, Mike, I'm not sure if I would give up 2 firsts right now for Chris McCaffrey, but damn it, it wouldn't be bad to do it if you're trying to win a championship right now. It would be somewhere in that range though. It'd be a CMC / Would you go young or guaranteed, Mike? I'm gonna ask you that. Will you be young or guaranteed? Because like a Jonathan Taylor, I don't think you giving. People want the max. 2 late seconds of 2 firsts ain't gonna get you Jonathan Taylor. Like,
nope. I'm putting myself in the rebuilder shoes with the question. So I'm the rebuilder. Okay. Eric's coming to me, or anybody's coming to me. I'm rebuilding. I'm out of contention. I have these running backs on my team. Which ones would I be comfortable sending away for 2 late firsts? Right. And I'm just gonna assume one's a 10, one's a 12. Right. That's where we're at. I'll tell you the guys I would not sell as a rebuilder for 2 late firsts. Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson.
For sure.
Ashton Genty, Amari and Hampton. And then the 5th and final, and this is a question mark, Jonathan Taylor. Every other fucking running back, I don't care who they are. If I'm a rebuilding team,
I got a name for you.
For 2 late firsts. Jonathan Taylor, just because of what he's doing production-wise, I feel like, listen, we're right at it where I would like to get off Jonathan Taylor because he's not old, okay, but he's 27 years old at the running back position. He's getting a lot of work, but we're also one, knock on wood, real bad injury away from Jonathan Taylor plummeting in dynasty value to the point nobody gives a shit anymore, right? Nobody cares, right? He just goes in the pooper. I would say, though, I would try to really push if I had Jonathan Taylor, like, buddy, I need a second, or I need, I need a
or
Matthew
maybe
Golden.
A young running back. Maybe,
I need a Luther Burden. I need give me Caleb Johnson. Like toss something in here where I feel like I might have some upside. I need a dart play. I'm rebuilding. I don't give a shit about
guy. Give me a Tootin, March, Woody March, something like that.
There you go. Yep, something like that. But outside of those 5 Fizz, every single one of them. Even Travion Henderson, I'd let go for 2. Quinshon Judkins, I love. I'd let go for 2. Okay. Bucky Irving, easy. Christian McCaffrey. Saquon
what about
Barkley.
Devon Achane?
Achane, I would let go for 2 first.
Okay. All right.
Let him go. Let him go. Give me the pick. So, listen, start there. Eric, you're going to start high, right? And a lot of people are going to tell you fucking start crazy, get the fuck out of there. But just work your way down. Now,
there you go.
Where you get to the bottom line, like what, as a contender, like if I was a good contender, where's the cutoff point where like I'm not sending 2 late first for this guy? Like, we good. I would say this. Once I get to like Kyron Williams, Josh Jacobs, I'm kind of like, nah, we good, bud. We good. But if I'm a really good contender, Saquon Barkley, I would send 2 for. Breece Hall, I would send 2 for. Christian McCaffrey. If you still believe in Bucky Irving coming back, right, and playing to the way he was, I would send 2 for him. Quinshon, yes, even though he's on the younger side, but I get the cake and eat it too. James Cook, fuck yes, I would send that.
Well, I'm going to say this, Mike.
Taylor's a pipe dream, but let's fuck around and find out. See what happens.
I say this, though. I'm listening to the names you're yelling, and I'm not against you on it, but I would start with a first and a second, and then it evolves to the 2 first. Because if I'm going to get Christian McCaffrey, Bucky Irving, who coming off an injury, haven't seen him in weeks, Breece Hall, Saquon Barkley, Kyron Williams, James Cook, I'm going to start with a first and a second, and then move my way to the first. But I wouldn't just throw out 2 first because you maybe could have got it for a second. Some people sometimes, bro, they might think they can't get off of a Christian McCaffrey because the time is too late, or they can't get off of certain people. So I wouldn't throw out the 2 first right away. I would send a first and a second. Maybe it's a manager that you have a relationship with, y'all negotiated before. Try to work your way, man. Sometimes people forget, Mike. I always remind people, check your DMs, man. You might have had offers weeks ago that you forgot you even happened. You know what I'm saying? You might have a guy that you made a solid trade with before back in the day, and then y'all kind of got a rapport that you forgot about. You ain't traded with him in a while. So don't send 2 first right away unless it's one of those top 5 guys like a Hampton, like a Genty, like a Jonathan Taylor. But if it's a Quinshon Judkins, Irvin, CMC, I would definitely go for a first and a second, and then double tap, check later with the 2 first, because I wouldn't throw out my best offer right away for those guys.
Very fair. Yep, I'm with you too. Also, another point I'd just say too, especially if we're at that point, I'm looking to buy running backs. I'm also bargain bin shopping, right?
Like here we go.
Any of these rebuilders or out of contention dudes got a Derrick Henry. I know he ain't the sexiest, but can I send a second for fucking Derrick Henry?
Man.
Listen, I've got a lot of Derrick Henry in the last couple of weeks because I just scour the fucking teams, and I'm like, this dude is 3 and whatever the fuck. He ain't making the playoffs. He's got Derrick Henry. He looks at it and goes, oh, fuck, I'll take anything for Derrick Henry.
Yep.
Hey, buddy, what do you think about this second?
I'm with you. I'm with you, bro.
Yeah. How about this? Early start sit. Herbert, Stafford, Burrow, looking for upside points. He's in a 3-way tie for second and needs points. Yeah, he wants that bye, man. We're hunting buys.
I'm going to tell you right now, Gov, Stafford is MVP. I'm not starting nobody over Stafford right now. He's locked in every week. 4 touchdowns. Devontae Adams, Puka Nacua. I know Burrow got Ravens on Thanksgiving. I'm good. First game back. Herbert, broken offensive line. I'm going Matt Stafford, baby.
So Thanksgiving, yeah, we get Burrow at Baltimore night game tomorrow night. Baltimore's defense early in the season was junk and trash and injured. Baltimore's defense of late has been playing pretty
Kyle Hampton,
well.
Crazy, man. Going crazy.
I don't really feel good about starting Joe Burrow fresh off an injury like that first game back.
Jamar Chase, no T. Higgins.
No T. Higgins. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one for me. I think if it was between him and Stafford, it's pretty clearly Stafford for me. What about Justin Herbert? Listen, that offensive line is banged up. Now, the only thing I will say about Justin Herbert is he gets the Raiders. The Raiders are a get right for a lot of people. All right?
Well, Mike, I'm gonna say this though. It's a division game, and we know how division games are sometimes, man. I'm not saying the Chiefs didn't put belt the ass to them because they definitely did. But if the Raiders would ever look like a complete team, it will be a division game. That's all I'm trying to throw out there. I'm going with Matt Stafford, MVP. If you're gonna bench the guy who's front running for the MVP, it better be for somebody that's right behind them in the MVP race. I'm going with Matt Stafford, baby. That's all I'm saying.
Fizz has got you, Matt Stafford. I think I'm gonna lock it in, man. Give me the fucking Raiders.
Okay.
Justin Herbert.
There you go.
The only thing, Matt Stafford is front runner for MVP. No question, and he is dealing. He is balling out. But give a shout out to our boy Jake. The Carolina Panthers defense is playing well. I mean, they got the fucking San Francisco home crowd booing the shit out of Brock Purdy. They're fucking hero.
I wish we faced. I should have FaceTimed you. I don't know if you got
boy.
I know when Brock Purdy threw them 3 picks, my boy Mike was clapping with his feet in the air. He was in there happy as I don't know what, baby.
Just the fact, though, the Panthers couldn't fucking capitalize, right? Like, score some fucking touchdowns off these picks, man. Brock Purdy's giving you the game, right? We're getting Mac Jones' chance at home.
I know you was happy to hear that one. See that one, bro. I know you was.
If you need a tiebreaker, Hillbilly says Stafford. So there it is. Yeah. But his PTSD is also kicking in every time we say Caleb Johnson.
Be like that, baby. It be like that.
All right, Fizz, I got no more questions. None other. Hour and a half show. We spent half of it talking about the 26 class. Spent the other half answering questions and bullshitting. Oh, he says he's leaning Stafford. Stafford Herbert. Yeah.
Well, sometimes, Governor, I will say this.
In prime time. It is hard because you're going to watch it. You're going to be full of turkey and brisket and mac and cheese and Fizz's mom's, sausage stuffing. Hey,
hold on. I will say this, though, Governor. One thing I will say, once you make your mind up, put your phone down, bro, because sometimes we get antsy, man. We start seeing the game coming on. It's prime time. Oh, man, I got to do it. And then we realize, damn, I should have just waited. Put that phone down once you lock in, bro, because I've been there before where I'm like, man, I got to do it, man. You know what I'm saying? You just get that feeling, that itch, that I need some excitement for this game coming up. Put the phone down once you make a decision, go. That's all I'm saying, brother.
Put the phone down. Would you start Burrow over Darnold?
Well, it's Sam Darnold, so I'm going to ask you, Mike. That's your arch nemesis.
Dude, Minnesota going to play Sam Darnold.
I'm going to be honest. I still trust Minnesota's defense. The offense I don't know about, but the defense I trust.
I'm starting Joe Burrow.
I'm starting Joe Burrow, baby.
Right.
One thing I know about Joe Burrow, when they play the Ravens, 40 points on both sides are getting put up. Now, he's coming back from an injury, but you can guarantee, after seeing what Joe Flacco has done, Joe Burrow trying to come back and show people, hey, y'all got the wrong Joe in this starting lineup.
You got the revenge game narrative for Sam Darnold, but I'm just saying, if there's anything, any team, any defensive coordinator out there that knows how to make Sam Darnold look like absolute shit, it's probably the guy who had to suffer through Sam Darnold literally throwing the Vikings playoff and Super Bowl championship aspirations twice last year. One day in the season, 2 in the fucking playoffs.
Yeah.
I think Brian Flores is going to get all up in that ass, and Sam Darnold is going to be back seeing ghosts. I'm starting Joe Burrow, even though it's a tough matchup against
I'm with you. I'm going Burrow, baby.
Joey B.
Oh, so Governor, it was a super flex question. So it was 2 quarterbacks. Okay. All right, cool.
Man, that's fucking easy. Herbert and Stafford, man.
Yeah.
And we're both right. We're both right.
Facts.
Let's go. Sitting Joe Burrow then. Except for if your option is Sam Darnold, then, man. Fuck that guy. I'm sitting.
Yeah, for sure.
Sitting him down. All right. Fizz, I really appreciate you filling in, last minute notice. Adam, I hope he's having a good time with his family. I think it's in New Mexico, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. He's definitely not.
I don't know what the weather's like in New Mexico, but it's probably better than here. Just so you East Coasters know, who are kind of in the central region, there is shitty weather coming your way.
I heard
I
it's
got
coming,
started today, man. It's
so crazy. Today here is like 60 degrees, but I heard tomorrow's going down, baby.
It's 28 with like 40-mile-an-hour winds, and they're calling for a snowstorm this weekend. Fuck.
Yeah, I heard that, man. I heard that, Mike. No. But I appreciate the invite, brother. It's all good. Anytime you need me last minute, man, call me because my phone isn't going to be the answer, man. So
it just worked out well. Like last week, you gave me the bad news that I'm not allowed on the Black Friday show because I'm too much of an exciting white. So
I'll tell you this: I took my girl out. We going to an R&B only party, man. So that's the only reason why Friday, baby. That's it. I got to get my 90s on, baby. I got to get the, I got to get that going on. You feel me? So I got a little bit of juice going on Friday night. That's the only reason why we ain't going to click up. But hey, it's all good, man. I'm glad I can come through tonight, holler at you, and have a good time, brother.
Well, that's good, man. Well, I'll get us out of here on our standard. Because I can't have Fizz
There we
on
go.
play a
There we
little
go.
BBL Drizzy. I'm in control, right? Fuck
we
you,
go.
Adam. How I run the street.
Well, Mike, before we get into BBLs, I want to ask you, man. Let's get the people something that we thankful for before Thanksgiving. I know, I'll just say I'm thankful to be here. Thankful that I had this opportunity. I feel like, I love my guys, man. I'm having a good time, enjoying the people, enjoying the consistency of the crowd. And, hey, man, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the invite. I appreciate everything going on around my circle. And I just appreciate life, baby. I ain't mad at nobody, and hopefully nobody mad at me. But if y'all, that's on you. I ain't mad at you, baby. So happy Thanksgiving. Happy life. And, hey, I'm happy that I'm home here with my brother because I usually don't come on Wednesday night. So, Jake, I'm happy for you, big dog. I got Jake last night. I got my boy up South Harmon Polo, man. I told him he got to look like a businessman. He can't be out here not rocking the money move. So let's get some money moves going on, Big Jake.
Fuck yeah, Jake. Keep all them running backs, man. Fizz, I am thankful for everybody on the South Harmon crew. We got a great group of guys here, top to bottom. Everybody that does content, everybody that does stuff behind the scenes. I'm thankful for all the patrons. You guys brighten my day every single day with all your bullshit. It's fucking amazing. And you, the viewers. If it wasn't for you, we would not be here, right? There's no reason for us to do a show if it's not for you. But if you could please do us a favor, go down, make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube. Drop a comment too. Tell us what you're thankful for. And Fizz, man, I'm thankful. There's a full day of fucking football, man. Starting at noon. Green Bay at Detroit, Kansas City at Dallas, and then the nightcap, Cincinnati at Baltimore. Thankful for Thanksgiving, man. It is one of the best holidays out there. Just because football falls on that, right?
That's it.
Every single time. 4th of July is dope. The weather's nice. We get to shoot off shit. Try not to blow ourselves up. But I ain't got no football. I got nothing to talk about, right?
Yeah.
I get football. Football, that's why we love it.
Let's get it.
Thankful for every single one of you, by the way. We love you. We'll see you back here. Same time, same place next week. Adam will be back. Fizz, thanks for filling in, man. And you know what you got to do before you get out of here. I need that, huh?
And we out of this thing, baby. See y'all next time.
My man.